Hi, welcome back to What Jen Ren Scraps. I'm Jen Ren, and I am here today to show you some kits from Cara Brandon Creations. This is what I'm talking about here. There are some new kits out. Well, this one's from last month, and I didn't have a chance to play with it because I was organizing my room and it just got to be a lot. So I am going to play with this month, and then some of her newest collection. This is called the Floral Overlays, black and white, and then there's the sepia, and this is called Nature's Palette. And it is really, really gorgeous. This one I printed the top two here twice because this is on, what is it called? Like a light cardstock. It's the Nina cardstock. It's really pretty, really vibrant. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And then this is also the one on cardstock that I printed too. So I wanted to have a couple on cardstock. It's so pretty, right? And, oh, my printer kind of goofed right there, I see. Must have lost connection for a minute. That's okay. This kit is just so inspiring, and she was inspired by Tim Holtz's newest collection when she made this kit. And she scanned, I think, a lot of the documents in the backgrounds. A lot of the watercolor you'll see on the documents, she actually swatched out and made part of the kit. So this is the digital on presentation paper. It's a little bit different, right? So I got that there. And then here's this beautiful birds. And like I said, the swatches are really cool. These here, I think, are just like digital images she layered. But the painty ones are what she downloaded and put into the file. It's really cool. And then there's this one here with florals. So beautiful. And then there's just a plain one, but it's not really plain, is it? This would be awesome, not just as a page, but you could cut them apart and use them as ephemera cards very easily, or tags or pockets. And here's this page. It says 1925 in the background. So some very old ledger in the background, and a floral and a bird. And we got the orange, reds, and greens. It's really pretty. And then we have another one here with some oranges and reds and two florals. Pretty, pretty, pretty. And then a pink one. Look at that writing. I love that writing. Oh, it's so pretty. And numbers. Numbers. This is one of my favorite digital images of a rose. I think she used it in another kit a while back, like maybe a couple years ago, maybe one of her first ones or something. I don't remember exactly, but it's one of my favorites, so I'm glad she used it again in this presentation. And then there's one with just the pink, and then there's one with just the swatches again. And then we have these. Oh, I love that little swirly detail right there. That one is really pretty too. And the yellow ones. Oh, I love roses. They're swirly down here too. Yes, yes, yes. And then there's this one, which you saw in the beginning. I just printed it twice. I just love it. And then there's a blue version with the flower and then the bird. Really pretty. Some greens, blue greens. Look at that watermark there. So pretty. And here. I like the little blooms of watercolor. So pretty. And there's a plain blue one. And then here's one that's a floral. The blues. Very pretty. And here is the pockets. I love these. These are really cool. Oops, sorry. My computer's being noisy and obnoxious. And then I already used a little piece out of this one, but you'll see it later. Yeah. those are perfect to layer on, right? It's like the mixed media first layer has already been started for you. You can throw more mixed media on it. You can throw stamping. You can throw ephemera. And it'll be just a gorgeous tag. And then we got another one like that. And then, of course, her lovely labels. I love these ones with the writing on that swatch sheet. Oh, pretty. Sorry. And then we have the little tags. Cute. And the journal cards with butterflies. Oh, she had to get some butterflies in there, right? I love butterflies, so that makes me happy. And then here's some that aren't plain, quite plain. They just have a little piece of ephemera to start you off to make maybe a cluster right where she started at. Kind of like a jumping off point. I like it. And then we've got some different swatch cards, paint cards, color wheels, and then some colored ephemera, florally, springy, that can go with the kit, and it's just beautiful. That is so beautiful. She's pretty. Oh, her hat is really pretty. And then there's this one, little fussy cuts, and that is so adorable how there are these palettes. I totally love those. There's one here with the lady. And then, of course, more florals and butterflies. Yes, please. Okay, and then she came out with this overlay kit. And I am really loving it. So there's this black and white with the tags. And you can leave them black and white like this. I actually forgot to print them with the backgrounds on it, but I'll link Cara's video down below and you can check hers out so you can see what those look like. They're really pretty. This here also, Paper Craft D, I'll link her down below too. She used this black and white one and she printed with a laser and she did the foil on it. So like everything that's black would be foiled. And I've never tried that before. I might attempt it. See how things go if I get knee deep in what I'm about to make. Anyways, this was so gorgeous foiled. You have to go check out her video on it because I think you'll fall in love with it if you have a laminator or I think they're called minks, the machine mink. So yeah, go check that out. And so there's that, and then there's the pockets, and then there's little, sorry if you can hear a dog barking, that's not my dog, that's my neighbor's dog. And then there's little cards. This is so pretty. And then there's ephemera, and she foiled the ephemera, and it was just so gorgeous. If anything, I need to try to at least see if I can do the ephemera like that. That would be awesome. And then there's this one here. And you can print, the idea of this is you can print this on top of any other piece of pattern paper or hand-dyed paper or anything and make it the color that you want it. So it's really versatile in that way. But they're just even standalone. I just love that. I love that. That's so pretty. And then there's this one. That is so pretty. And it's perfect, like faint, so you can write on it. A great journaling page. You know, this page, I think I don't know if she foiled this one or not. But if I'm not remembering, I'm sorry. But I bet this would be beautiful foiled. I mean, it's pretty the way it is. This is probably my favorite page because I like butterflies. And then there's this one here with the side ones. I like it. And then there's this one here. And Cara mentioned that would be great to like fussy cut out and make it as a side tuck if you wanted to. And then here's this one. And it's got a dragonfly over here, which is really cool. And then a butterfly. And this one is really bold. So pretty. Also would make great little tucks if you fussy cut around it. Right? Or you can do it this way. That's pretty too. And then there's some with the on the side. And I also thought this would be so cool just to leave plain in a book, because then you can go back and you can color it. You can color it the way you want to color it and then do your journaling. So I thought that would be really pretty. And then there's this one here. And this one has a little faint ladybug right here, which is really cute. And then a bee and another dragonfly. Very, I agree with Denise, very reminiscent of Tim Holtz. And then there's some more butterflies going up. I like that. I like it. I like the, I don't know, the simplicity. It just, I like it. And I actually think the sepia is my favorite. I love the sepia. And I think it goes really well with the Nature's Palette too. And then we got a couple blank labels down here too. That's so pretty. Oh. And then there's, I smudged this one. I smudged it. But this is like a continuation. And again, Denise had an idea, I think it was Denise, where you could, because it's seamless, you could make like a triple tag folded so that when you open it up, it just looks like one image. That would be really cool. I like that idea. And it's so pretty. I didn't print on the backs yet. There's this here. And then we've got the cards. Oh, so pretty. And then the ephemera. The butterflies in sepia. Oh, they have my heart. And then we've got the little advertisement ephemera. Beautiful. I printed this one. She had, oh, I guess I did overlay some of them. She had like a coffee dyed paper as part of the kit. She also has some watercolor backgrounds that I'll show you in a minute. And look at how pretty that looks. Like it's so pretty, right? Right? You could use that for like any journal. Very versatile. And then you can see like this coffee dye paper even has some like faux splashing and this little blooming here in the paper. You can see that a little more on this one. So pretty. Look at the butterfly. And here's this one here. And then we've got this one. How beautiful. This is just really striking. It's just so cool. So I did most of the sepia ones on the coffee dyed paper. I just liked the look. And it's not because I really didn't try a lot of the other ones, but I had plans for the overlays that were different. And I will show you that too. And there's this one. Oh, so pretty. I really like the way this one came out. And I just did it on white paper. But it's so pretty. And then this one here. And then, so she made these watercolor backgrounds so that you could print like all this stuff on top. And I was a bad girl and I didn't print any on top of the watercolors because I didn't print it more than once. But what I ended up doing, I'll show you. I keep getting ahead of myself. You can kind of see it on my desk. But there's like a red one and a purple one, and I printed them double-sided, and a pink one, and a yellow, and a green, and then a blue one. And sorry about that glare. And the blue one I did this with. I made an envelope, and I made it on SMB Designs channel. I'll link her down below as well. And we had a crafty night on Wednesday. We're usually over there, as long as everybody's feeling okay. I made this while I was on with her, and I did all this like stamping background, and it came out really cool on her blue paper from this. So I love how it came out. I love, love, love it. See? So I ended up having a little bit left over as well, so I can make some tags or like a bookmark or whatever I want with that as well. So my plan today, well, it might be over the next couple days, but it'll seem like one video for you because I'll put it all together. I am going to continue to make things with these because it's like the first layer's already been done for us. So I have some stamps that I got, sorry, glare, from Temu, right? Some art stamps and these. So if I can figure it out, I'll link them down, those stamps down below. It might take me a little longer than anything else to post. So I might post it and it might not be down there yet, but if you come back later, I'll probably have it down there. Anyways, I'm going to make, I'm thinking, so there's 6 colors. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then the blue one I did already. So I was thinking about doing 2 more envelopes and then doing 3 pockets with, and I could do it with this little pocket gizmo. There is some videos out there on making a pocket without this thing, and I might not even use this because honestly it's really easy to make a pocket. So I kind of feel like I wasted my money on this product, to be honest. I mean, it does make like a really tailored look to it, I guess. So maybe we'll make one and we'll compare. So what I'm going to do is some repeat stamping with the same color on top so that it'll match the colors that are in the kits of her rainbow kits. And I printed out a lot of her rainbow kits. So this is all the printing I've been doing. Look at all this. She's got several rainbow kits that are so fun. I'm not going to go through all of these because this is just too much. She's just got, there's a couple of freebies in here too that I thought we could use in rainbow too. But here's like her tags in here. And here's this kit here. And then there's the, what do you call them? Collage pages. Oh, they're so pretty. And then this is also part of one of her rainbow kits. And then there's another tag type kit, like a patchwork tag kit. And that's just part of the kit I'm working with. It was just bad prints. Okay, so there's a lot that I have to work with. So what I'm going to end up doing is from here on out, well, I'll tell you what I'm using first, and then we can speed up the process so it doesn't feel so long for you, but I'm sure it's going to take a long time for me. So I'm going to probably use some scissors, and I'm going to probably use my pencil and my ruler and my glue. This is art glitter glue. No, this is not art glitter glue. This is barely art glue. And then, of course, I'll probably use some stamping blocks and the stamps I showed you. Okay, so I thought maybe I'd do a little bit of voiceover here. I am just going to town and stamping these new stamps I got from Temu, and they are pretty nice. I really like them. And this is archival ink, the little minis. I'm showing you the colors on the screen. I can't really see what they are, so hopefully you guys can zoom in and see if you're interested. I decided to do some repeat stamping, and I don't really know exactly how it's gonna go, but I did one envelope already, so I just wanted to do something different on each paper. So I didn't want them all to look the same, but I wanted them to be tone on tone. So I'm going to do pink on this red pinky looking one, and I'm just going to do some repeat stamping. So how I kind of tackled this particular page here that I'm doing is I started out with my bigger elements, the bigger stamps, so that way I can go in between with the smaller ones. I think that that was the best way to go. Sorry about my glare. Also, I wanted to also stop and thank everybody, all my new subscribers who just subscribed, and I'm really excited that I just hit 500 subbies, and I'm very thankful for all of you guys for following along with my creative processes, and I hope I can keep bringing you content that you enjoy. And I had trouble stamping this one. Sorry, my head's in the way. And but that's okay, because some of it gets cut off anyways. I'm doing a thumbs down there, but you know, it's not going to be perfect, so it's okay. And when you make them into an envelope, you won't see every little imperfection anyways. And if they're looking that close, then they're not your friend. That's what Steffi taught me. Okay, so this is when I start bringing in some of the tinier stamps that are in the stamp sets. Some of them are like little single palettes of like watercolor. That's what they look like. And then I do have also a little tiny paper clip that I fill in the little spots too, and I think it turned out really cute. I have a big spot there that I'll take care of in a minute there, but I really enjoyed this process, and it was fairly relaxing. I put on some music and just had fun stamping away. So this one I'm using the Catherine Pooler inks. I really liked the colors I got from this palette, and I really like having these little mini inks that I can pull from, so I have a variety of colors in just a little small space or footprint in my craft room. So I'm just doing rows here. Just did the rows of the paint back and forth, and then I do a row in orange. I think I alternate between 4 colors, 2 oranges and 2 reds on this one, and I really think that came out really cute. And also these type of patterns take a lot less time as opposed to the pattern I did previously and with the blue one. So I was trying to think of patterns that would look really unique anyways, but also that took a little less time. So when we just go down a row like this with a single stamp, we're changing our block out less and using less, going from different colors less if we're using colors. So, it makes sense to get some done a little quicker than others when things are moving a little slower. I mean, not that I didn't enjoy this process, because like I said, I was just jamming to some music. Here's where I put the word art, and you'll see later I end up sticking one of the little palettes in between the word arts, in between the art words, and it looks like it says arto. But it's okay, it's not a big deal. I just probably would have not done that if I had thought about that. It looks like an O. So you'll see what I'm saying in a minute. now I'm on to the yellow and picking out a yellow that I like. There's a lighter one and then a bit of a darker one, and I think I'd go for the darker one. Yep, that's what I do. And this one, I think I did all the same stamp. So I just did these on a diagonal and went kind of like in a brick pattern where the center is moved. It's not stacked up on top of each other. Very brick-like. So like the bricks that won't fall. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying. Anyways, so this one was super quick and that was fun. It was raining on this day, so I had the rain and I had my window kind of open and I had the music going. It was just a great time just listening to the rain. So the green one, I wanted to do mostly brushes, and so I choose the larger brushes and they're going in an upward direction, and then I go back in and I choose the smaller brushes and some things that aren't brushes just to fill in the gaps. So I at first was just going to do the big brushes going upwards, and then I thought, well, I think it needs something in between as well. So I went ahead and about halfway through decided to put the smaller brushes in between, but they're going facing downwards. So that's kind of the pattern that I came up with for this one. And I tried not to make them line up too much. So I tried to stagger them. See how I pulled that one down so that's staggered, and I will stamp it a little lower so that the gaps are kind of random instead of like visually you can see a line if you were to just line them up, right? So I thought that helped with the pattern. So almost done with this green pattern here. And I think it came out pretty cool. It did take a little longer for this one, but not quite as long as like the first two that I did. And then we're on to the purple one. Again, I'm using the Catherine Puller inks, and I think I'm got two purple colors out there, and I'm just going to come up with a pattern, and you'll start seeing it emerge from what I'm doing. I'm deciding what I want to use in the pattern. Looks like I went with scissors and this little watercolor palette, and then I think I put some more stuff in between. So it's starting to take shape here, and I'm deciding, I think in my mind right about now, that I could use some more elements in this. You could just leave it with these two stamps. It did look cute, but I wanted to fill it up a little bit more. I'm going back and forth in between the two to make sure I kind of left enough room, but sometimes I had to squish it in there a little bit. It's not perfect, but it's fun, right? And I will tell you, there's a part coming up here that I'm gonna keep the clip in of my son talking. What are you doing?
What?
Did you do that in the laundry like I asked?
Yep, I did the laundry, your closet, and your room.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yep. I also brought the cannon.
Thank you.
Not the cannon, but the cannon.
The cannon.
I brought the cannon.
You got the cannon, huh? Are we starting a war?
You want a tray?
Huh?
You want a tray?
Sure. Are we starting a war?
Yeah, war over trays.
A war over trays.
Trays, plates, and a civil war.
Sorry, I just had to leave that little joke in that my son and I had together. I thought it was super cute. So here's where I start thinking about getting those other smaller stamps in between. I don't fill up every little space in this one. I just, you know, put some more around the palettes there. Okay, so this one is going to be an envelope and this one's going to be an envelope. So I'm going to take these two out and cut them at 8.5 so that they're at an envelope size. And then these three I'm going to do as, what do you call them? A pocket. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go cut this and I'll be right back. Okay, so I'll have these nice little pieces left. And what I'll end up doing is getting my, oh, my stomach made noise, sorry. I'll get my distress ink out. And, oh, there's another stamping session I need to do. Hold on. Okay. So first, actually, I'm going to use these splatter stamps on here. So there's a splatter stamp in this one and a splatter stamp on this one. And I'm going to use the tea dye. I'm actually going to pop it out of here because I need to be able to use my block on it. I hope everybody's doing well and that everybody had a great Mother's Day. And I'm just going to randomly stamp this around. Okay. Maybe one more there. Okay. And then we'll do the other one. I did have a good Mother's Day. We had steak on the grill and a yummy cake, which I shouldn't have had. And what else? Okay. My son got me a really pretty necklace and it was so sweet. Then I'm going to use this splatter stamp. I have a couple of splatter stamps I like to use just to give it some more texture. It won't matter so badly either that my stamping was so imperfect. So that's what that looks like. And then I'm going to do this one on this side too. I'm just going to randomly do it. I don't know which side's going to be sticking up, so I'm just going to do all the sides. It only takes just a few seconds. Okay, so that gives it some more texture too. And this, did I say this is tea dye, by the way? And then I have a little one like this. It's also little splatters. I feel like it needs a little something somewhere. Okay, I think that's pretty good. And then I'm going to get a blending tool and just go along the edges of the tea dye. I'll just do this one with you and then I'll do the other one by myself. Something's shaking on my desk. Sorry if you can hear that rattling. What is that? I don't know. Oh, I think it might be my mats for my big shot switch that are leaning against the wall. I might be able to find another spot for them. And then I want to do the side too. And I'm going to double ink this, so I'm going to also get some, on the edges anyways, I'm going to get some vintage photo on the edge as well. Okay, so that gives it a little bit of shading there. And then I'm going to wipe this off. Okay, and then I need my darker color. Vintage photo. Just here and there. Man, that just wants to roll over. I'm loving how this one's turning out too, just like the other one. It turned out really well. It's nice when you have an idea in your head and you're like, oh, I hope it turns out okay. And I think it did. Okay, so we're going like that, and then to make an envelope, I'm just going to go from corner to corner with the back of my ruler, and get my pencil, and then near the middle part I'm just going to draw a line, and then I'm going to go from the other corner. Come on now. Okay, and then I'm going to cross that line. I'm crossing the line, you guys. I'm crossing it. Don't tell my mama. Okay. So let's see what side we might want. This would be really cute where it says journal to be on the flap. So I think I'll go this way, and I'm just going to go a little bit above that intersection and line it up with the line. And then I'm going to take this one in, and you can line it up with the grid on your mat too, and that'll help get you straight. There's that one. And let's do, I'm looking at this down here and how far I went, which is about 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to go about 1/4 of an inch this way too. There. We got straightish, straight enough. And I'm going to erase my little line there. And I'm not worried about the other. Well, I might as well erase it in case you can see it when you tuck in something. There. That's good enough. And I'm going to round this corner and this corner because you're not really going to see the other two. Let's see. My corner rounder. Come on now. Get in there. Okay. And I'm just going to take a little bit of that vintage photo around that corner again. Well, we don't need to do the inside of that one. Okay, so I still need to make this one go down. I think we'll go about there. It went about 1 inch down on the side. So then we're going to open it up, and we're going to take out this little corner here, and this one, and this one, and this one. I'm sure a lot of you have seen this done before. So I'm just going to go on the outside of the line on that side, and then to the other side on this side. So it's further out so it doesn't get caught. this one. This one's a little bit bigger than the bottom one, by the way I made it. Okay. So when I made this, I didn't like this angle, this up here, so I might fix that again. If you like it up that way, you can leave it like that. I think I'm going to trim it from here to here, if that makes sense, because otherwise it would look like this. I'm also going to round this a little bit with my scissors. Come on, work. Here. And then this one. Okay. And then I'm just gonna ink that up. That I cut. And ink the edges that I folded. There, and then this, oh, that's the bottom, this flap here, I want to get to. Okay, so that's how it looks. I think I'm going to go ahead and clip that, and I'm just going to eyeball it with my long scissors. You can use your trimmer if you feel more confident that way, but I just cut across there. It makes me happy. There. Let's see how that looks. Okay, I just need to cut this tip off a little bit because it's sticking out when I do that. I like that better. Might even cut that a little bit straighter because I can't cut straight apparently. There. And then I'm going to ink that there and ink that there. Okay, so we've got an envelope, so we just need to glue it together. And I'm just gonna do a little dot there to attach that, and then I'm going to go up this way, not all the way to the top. Oops, and get it on my glass mat, and then I'm gonna go right here on the edge of this one, and we're gonna shut it. Squeaky mat. Okay. All right, so there's our envelope. Cute. Cute, cute. Okay, and we'll decorate that in a little bit. And then we need to do, oh, which color was it that we needed to do? Yellow. Yellow is also an envelope. I'm actually thinking, I'm wondering if I want to do a different kind of envelope for yellow. Like this kind. I'm thinking I might. So I guess I will keep you guys on. I'm going to go less, a little bit less then. So I'm going to leave about 1.5 inches up there. I think that's about 1.5 inches. No, about 2 inches. And we're going to fold this. Okay. And then I'm going to eyeball about 1/2 inch on this side. And about 1/2 inch on this side. It's okay if it's not perfect. Okay, and then we'll open that up, and I'm just going to fold this down, but not quite all the way to that edge there, and fold that there, like that. Might be straight. And then open this up, and I'm going to, let's see, cut this flap off here and this flap off here. And I'm going to miter this over here and over here. And the same on this side, so that's what it looks like. Sorry about the glare on my mat. And then I'll do this. Okay, and then I think I'm going to just round these. Where's my, there it is. I'm gonna round these. There, and right there. And then I'll do this side too. Right there, and right there. And I'm going to, oh, you know what I forgot to do? I forgot to do my splatter stamps. I got excited about doing the, about doing the envelope. I can go back and do it. It's no biggie. Okay, and then this one. Ooh, I'm having deja vu. Anybody else get deja vu? I'm getting it. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, and then we'll do this one too. And then I'm going to do this inside flap. Okay, good enough. And then I'm going to re-ink around all this. I'll be right back. Okay, so it's all inked up. I tore it a little bit when I was inking it, but we'll fix that somehow. It's always a fixable mistake, right? My glue. So we're just going to glue these tabs. Ooh, that was a lot of glue. Okay. Glue those down like that. And we have an envelope. I think we'll go ahead and decorate these two envelopes, and because this video I'm sure is getting very long, and then the next video I do will continue on with making and decorating these three here, so that way we'll have a second video. No biggie, right? Let me put some lids on. Where's my other lid? Where is it? Okay, there it is. Okay, so that's that. Make sure we didn't close our pocket up. Okay, I'm wondering if I have, let me go collect some bits and bobs to see what I can come up with to decorate this. Okay, so we need to decorate these two envelopes. So they're different envelopes. Let me pull in my last one so you can kind of see. I did keep it pretty simple. And I did like a cluster over here and then a little cluster here, and then just put a simple faux stamp back here. I can go back and, you know, add more if I want to later. So that's what that one looks like. So I pulled 2 pages of ephemera from this kit. Nature's Palette, her newest rainbow type kit. And then I pulled in some of the embellishments from her other rainbow kits. So I have some yellow elements here and some pink elements here, plus whatever is on here. So I'm going to decide what I want. I'm thinking this bird would be really cute. Wouldn't that be cute right there? Okay, let's see how they turned out. So remember I made this blue one on SMB Designs channel. And so that was kind of like my prototype. And it took me a long time, really long time to make this one because I was being chatty at the same time. And this is how the pink one turned out. I think it's cute. Yeah, yeah. And then this is how the yellow one turned out. More random, but I like it. And then I put 2 stamps on this one.